Hey everyone, in today's video I'm going to show you exactly how to get rid of that stiff, painful neck symptoms that you might be dealing with that might be limiting some of that range of motion, or it's just nagging and just won't go away. And you're tired of taking pain medication that's not even touching it. We're going to go through my two favorite exercises that are going to start to get you some immediate relief and restore some of that mobility in your neck and through those upper trap muscles. Make sure to stick around for both of these exercises because they're both going to be very powerful when done together. All right, so further ado, if you guys are ready to get rid of that neck pain and stiffness, let's go. Now, before we go through these two exercises, I want to quickly explain why we get neck pain and stiffness in the first place. And what it is associated with is the fact that our brain to muscle sequence is off. So what should happen when I go into an overhead press, for example, is that I should fire my shoulder blade muscles first, and then my lat, my traps, and my delts, all my other muscles will fire secondary because the shoulder blade is what anchors the shoulder complex. Now in the case of neck pain and stiffness, what happens instead is that when you go into a press, is that these trap muscles will fire first, which then gets the firing of these lats, and it doesn't allow our shoulder blade muscles or those rotator cuff muscles to fire when they're supposed to, and that puts a lot more stress up here when the majority of the stress should be down here. So that's what we're going to be looking to try to solve with these two exercises, is getting these trap muscles to stop firing so much and then get the right muscles to fire instead. So what we're going to do for this first exercise is you're going to take some type of ball, whether it's a lacrosse ball, a tennis ball, anything that is spheric like this is you can use. You're going to take this ball and we're going to put it right behind that trap, upper trap muscle right through here. And then we're going to just lay on top of it. From here, you're then just going to keep your arm straight and your thumb down towards the floor, and you're just going to try to press your arm towards that floor or bring it down. We're going to do this for about 10 to 15 reps, and what we're doing and what you'll experience is that the lower you go with your hand towards the floor, the more pressure you're going to feel right in that ball. If you don't feel that pressure, then you might have to move the ball around a little bit to find a good spot where you do feel that pressure, particularly as you get your arm closer to parallel to the floor. Now, if you're getting your arm all the way to the floor, then what you can do is bring your hips up, and that will apply a lot more pressure to that area. When you do this, make sure that you do both sides for 15 reps, even if the pain and stiffness is just on one side. So now that we've released the tension to that upper trap area, it should feel a little bit more relaxed as you go side to side, you look down, you look back. But now we have to get that stress back to those shoulder blade muscles to make sure that brain to muscle sequence of firing is back on track. So what we'll do next is a bent over shoulder Y exercise. And what this is in a bent over position where your trunk is parallel to the floor, we're now going to keep our arms out straight with our thumbs pointed towards the ceiling. I'm going to push my shoulder blades down towards my butt so that I feel some tension in those shoulder blades, and then I'm going to use that tension to raise my hands as high as I can go without arching my back or lifting my chest. Now, you can also do this exercise on a bench or on the edge of your bed or somewhere where you can lift your arms off. But just for the ease of not needing that equipment, we can just do it in a bent over position. The key to this movement is making sure your shoulder blades stay down and your elbows stay straight. You should feel all that tension in those shoulder blades as you raise those hands up. It should not be in your low back, and it should not be in those trap muscles. So make sure as you're doing this, you're really pushing those shoulder blades down and being aware of that tension in those shoulder blades. That's really what we're looking for, is that conscious effort to get that tension back there, which is going to tell your brain, hey, I should be firing this, I shouldn't be firing this. For this exercise, you want to again try to get 10 or 15 reps. After you're done, just check that range of motion, see how it feels. If it's better but it's still kind of there, then do another round of both the trap release with the ball and then another round of these shoulder Ys. And there you have it, guys. Here's another video to show how you can use movement to alleviate painful, stiff symptoms, particularly in that neck area. Thank you for checking out today's video. If you want further videos where you can follow along me going through a routine of movements that's going to help improve those mechanics for your shoulder blades even more to keep this pain and stiffness away, then click on the video below. And thanks for making movement mandatory.